everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. I'm here after watching Masters of the Universe. They steer pretty far from using He-Man, aside from a few jokes towards the end of the movie. This movie stars, oh my gosh, I'm not even sure his name, Nicholas Galazine, something like that. He was also in Sheep Detectives. And this is a new story about the 80s toy line and cartoon. Should have been absolutely perfect for me. I grew up with it. I remember that day when the first kid brought in a He-Man toy and everybody had to see it and touch it. He was the coolest kid for a day till everyone else got the toy as well. Boy, this movie, I will say this. It is better than it has any right to be. The story is fine. It's not great. I think we spend too much time with Adam in the real world. I don't love these fish out of water stories. I don't love him having to find the sword of power to get back to Eternia. I mean, we're living in an age where we have had the MCU for whatever it is, 15 to 20 years, right? Just freaking put everything in Eternia. We'll figure it out. That just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think it takes too long potentially to get to He-Man himself. Skeletor is actually pretty damn good, even though there is a real heavy Bane effect where he's funny, but also it's really hard to understand him at times. Alison Brie as Evil Lynn is the worst part of the movie, but she's all right. She's a little bit campy. I think in a lot of places, the actors kind of buy in, but maybe somebody should have told Alison that they weren't going for quite as much camp as she was throwing into it. I can't remember, there's the Tila, who is from Riverdale. I can't remember what her name is. She was really good. Idris Elba, I think, steals the show as Man-at-Arms. He's absolutely fantastic. What I would say about this movie is it looks pretty good. Some of the CGI is bad. It's really, really, really bad. I think that for a movie that is maybe trying to catch the kids and maybe trying to bring a new generation into the Masters of the Universe, for lack of a better term, there is too much language, right? They say ass a couple dozen times easily. They say damn it a few times. Those seem pretty minor. But there are also numerous jokes about fisting people and about giving people head. That was funny, but was unnecessary. This movie is also oddly violent. The sword fights and everything look great. The actual fights look pretty damn good. Even though it's sort of anticlimactic, there's really just two big fights in this. But there's some violence. At one point, Man-at-Arms sticks a grenade in someone's mouth to kill him. Many people are murdered in this movie, just flat out murdered. And it can't seem to find that right balance between, is it the cartoon and is it silly and cheesy and campy, and is it actually violent where people are getting shot and killed? And that is where I think it does start to lose some of its momentum and some of what could potentially have made this special. I don't think it was quite funny enough to be a comedy, but it wasn't serious or violent enough to be, it's freaking He-Man, right? You're not going to take it seriously. But it felt like they wanted us to take it a little more seriously than it actually was. And the whole, Poe Dragon Warrior at the end, sorry, spoiler alert, where the sword of power is not actually the focus and it's Adam. But again, I think that this is all stolen from, I think it's maybe Revelations, Masters of the Universe Revelations, which I think is on Netflix now. At one point was a Cartoon Network, I believe. It's fine. Again, it's better than you would think it would be. There are some really, really good moments. This would really fit into a Guardians of the Galaxy style story or universe. I'm gonna say that this is a 7, only because it did start to feel overly long. There was a whole section of this movie where it's like, why the hell are they doing any of that? That made no sense at all. I don't think that they utilized the cast of characters. Yeah, we have Ram Man and Triclops. Beastman shows up and he's there for 5 minutes and kind of a cool fight, even though he looks like Cole Obsidian. And then he disappears for a long time. They don't really do enough with the background or the secondary characters in this, which is kind of what makes He-Man cool. And the whole idea, I've never really loved that, the whole, I have the power and now all of a sudden I can beat the shit out of everyone and there's actually no drama because no one can touch me. And that's where we go. There are 3 end credits to this. I don't know if it's worth staying for. They're kind of fun, but they do set up a sequel that I would imagine is going to be a straight to Amazon because this is an Amazon-produced movie. So anyways, there we are. It's a 7. I probably could have gone a little bit higher, but realistically, that's about as much as it deserves. I appreciate you all. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you after the next movie.